Welcome back to my channel. Today is day 13 of the Embodying Our Higher Self challenge. If you're not already, make sure you are following along. And today we are going to be talking about socializing. So when it comes to socializing and my higher self, the one thing I think about is how I'm going to show up and how I'm going to act on a dinner or a night out with friends or just a social setting in general. So when I was younger, I used to be somebody that went out and drunk a lot more. I would be dancing, I would be doing karaoke, I would be out until early hours of the morning. When I actually think about my higher self and how I am getting a bit older now, I do not see that as being somebody that I would be anymore. This is absolutely fine. You're allowed to have times in your life where you go out and you do your partying, you go and experience different situations. I was doing karaoke, I was dancing. It didn't matter because I was enjoying myself and it was that part of my life that I actually wanted to do that. Now I'm becoming my higher self. I start to think of exactly how I want to be seen and how I want to show up in all of different social situations that can happen in my life. So if I'm going out for dinner, am I trying to have a bottle of wine with dinner? Am I being the loudest in the room? Or how am I actually sitting and presenting myself? Am I being a bit more controlled and enjoying the experience rather than it being a certain reason that we are out to either get drunk or to be loud and just have that different vibe about it? What am I now looking for when it comes to being my higher self and also the people that I want to be socializing with? So obviously it's down to us what social settings we get ourselves into. If we don't want to be going out and drinking, it is okay to say no, that you don't either want to go out or you just don't want to drink on that situation. I'm somebody that I'm getting away from drinking now. If I have a drink, I want it to be more of when I'm at dinner and more of a controlled setting. If I go out for cocktails in a nicer area rather than just going out to get drunk, I would like to have a controlled drink there where I can actually enjoy it and savor it rather than just drinking for a reason to be drunk and go out and party all evening. So this is something I want you to think about when it comes to being your higher self. How do you show up on your social situations? Are you somebody that will be the last man standing and you want to be out until the early hours of the morning? You want to go to all of these different bars and do a bit of a bar crawl? What is it that you want to get out of the evening when you go out? How do you want to feel? Do you want to have a really nice evening where you enjoy, say, a dinner and a couple of drinks with friends, and then you go home at a reasonable time so you then feel good the next day? Or do you want to be somebody that will go out to the same sort of setting where you're having a dinner and drinks with friends, but then you have to take that further and you have to go onto all the different bars afterwards and have multiple drinks, say dance until the early hours of the morning? When you have something to do the next day and you know that that's going to affect you, how do you want to then show up for yourself the next day as well as that evening? Are you going to be somebody that gets anxiety about how they acted the night before because you weren't controlled with how much alcohol you were consuming? Or I see myself as being somebody that knows exactly what they're doing and they will wake up in the morning knowing that they didn't put themselves in a situation that is going to affect me throughout the whole day. So I know people that will go out and they will drink a lot and then the next day they will have severe anxiety about what happened that night and they can't recall everything that they did or said to people, and it can cause such a horrible feeling for the next day, and that can last all day until you figure out exactly what happened. This is something that I don't want to be doing anymore. I don't want to be drinking a lot where I can't actually remember if I've lost a bag or if I've dropped something, if I've lost my phone and you don't know what you've said to certain people. Have you crossed a line with somebody? Have you annoyed somebody? There's a lot that obviously I'm talking a lot more about alcohol in this setting, but it comes around to socializing. Alcohol is such a big part of our lives now and it's so easily accessible that it can affect so much. And I feel like that was something that I was doing from a personal level. I was drinking a lot more than I wanted to. I ended up losing a bag at one point. I've dropped my phone and smashed my phone. I have danced until the early hours of the morning. I've done karaoke and severely embarrassed myself, although karaoke is great, don't get me wrong. But there's times where I've then felt uncomfortable the next day and I've been ill from drinking too much, and then that's affected the whole next day. That's not somebody I see my higher self being, and this is something I really want to get away from. I want to get more into the area of being in a controlled setting and having a drink to enjoy that drink and enjoy the company that I am with. Sometimes this can mean by changing social groups. If you're not connecting with that group of people anymore that want to go out and drink a lot or dance a lot and stay out till to the pubs and the clubs every weekend, it's absolutely fine to have them friends. But if you don't want to be doing that anymore, then it might be that you need to find a different social group that you can be with. Now, as I've been growing up, I have noticed I've had my friends that I've had for years and I love and cherish them so much. But there is times where I feel I need a new group of friends that I can then talk to about different elements of my life. So this might mean that you need to find different groups of people that you can talk about different things with. I've noticed this a lot where I have so many different ideas and thoughts that I want to talk to my friends about, but I just know that it's not really something that they're properly interested in. Yes, they probably would talk to me about it and they would enjoy it and they would love it, but I really want to connect with some new people. And this is kind of a time that I am thinking about when it comes to socializing. Do I want to have other friend groups as well as my main friends that I've known for years? What is that looking like for me? Is there going to be a point in my life where I have a different group of people that I can then talk to more about business and manifestation and mindset and all of these different areas, what I'm just so interested in, and then have my older friends that I can just talk about everything with? This is something that I've noticed when I'm becoming my higher self, of what I want to include in my life a bit more, how I want my social settings to look like going forward. Now I notice that I'm getting more crafty as I'm getting older, and as I'm becoming my higher self, I'm noticing that I enjoy doing more crafts, more kind of DIY aspects, as well as just focusing on my mind of what makes me feel content and feel happy. In social settings, this can be that you go to certain craft evenings, you could go to a wreath making class, you can go to a live drawing. There's loads of things that I want to start doing in order to grow my socializing into something that I want it to be, rather than focusing more on just going out for dinner or a drink or party situation. I want it to be more of a sophisticated and insightful time for me where I can connect with people on a deeper level and we can do something exciting. I can come away with something. I've not ruined my next day. I've just enjoyed what I have been doing. So the main takeaway from this video is I want you to look at your socializing and how you are showing up on them nights out, on them dinners, or social situations in general. Is there anything that you want to change? Are you drinking a lot and you don't want to anymore? Are you always staying out later because you feel bad for leaving? Are you trying to please somebody else rather than think about what you want to be doing in your socializing settings? There are so many more tips to come, so make sure you like this video and subscribe so you can be notified of all my future uploads. And until next time, keep manifesting your biggest goals.